Hi, it's Dr. Brian McDonough. I have a confession to make. For the first time ever, I mean, I've done a lot of these videos during COVID. I actually made one and I pulled it. And I pulled it because it was too graphic and too dramatic and probably too emotional based on my own experiences dealing with COVID and what I've seen. Um, the basis of the video was talking about what can happen if you're hospitalized, if you're in an ICU. So I'm not going to go there. I think you can imagine what happens. But having grown up watching commercials about the dangers of smoking and seeing people who are trached trying to speak, which is obviously an issue, having seen drunk driving ads with horrible devastation trying to show people not to drink and drive, I'd kind of gone down that same route. And I thought, no, 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 this is not good because you don't want to still anger. You don't want to get people upset. What you want to do is just give reason and evidence because I do believe reason and evidence works. And the reason why I made this video and then deleted it is because I had this important fact to share. We are finally seeing the most important numbers based on the success of the vaccine. And it's important for those who are vaccine hesitant. Now, I view those who want to get and not get the vaccine almost like a bell-shaped curve. It kind of goes up and then down. There's people like me on the one end who wanted to get it right away because I was at great risk. There's people on the other end who they wouldn't get a vaccine if they saw people dying all around them and they just believe there's a million reasons not to get it. So you have those two extremes. But most people are in the middle. Most people have a degree of hesitancy, and that's smart. I mean, why wouldn't you? So you basically go in there and you say, I think my risk is this high. I'll get the vaccine. I want to wait longer. I kind of knew about the mRNA vaccines. I knew they were pretty safe and thought they should be safe. There was no reason to think they weren't. And I weighed risk and benefit. And even for my family said, I say, get it if you can. And I asked my patients if they wanted to make a choice. I recommended they get it. But now we have some real numbers. And that's why it's important. They come from the CDC. And it's hospitalizations in the month of May. So we're approaching July 4th. So this is about a month ago. And through the month of May in the United States, there were 853,000 hospital admissions for COVID-related symptoms. So that means, you had asthma and you had COVID, you're admitted. You're obese, you had COVID, you're admitted. You just get sick from COVID for no specific reason, you're admitted. And obviously a large number of them go to quite a serious path to the ICU. Others have the long haul, all those things. We know about it. I don't have to describe that. But 853,000. But here's the number that's staggering, and it's the one I want to share with you. Of the 853,000, only 1,200 had been vaccinated. Let me say it again. I'll say it a different way. There were 853,000 people admitted with COVID-related symptoms to hospitals around the United States, and 0.1% were vaccinated. The rest of them hadn't gotten the vaccine. So you're looking at 853,000. You're looking at 851,800 of the 853,000 hadn't been vaccinated. So what it tells me is, yeah, you can get COVID if you get the vaccine, and rare case, you might even get really sick. But the vast majority don't end up in the hospital. The vast majority are basically getting a common cold. But those not vaccinated, and I'm not going to get fired up again, but those not vaccinated can get very sick. So the physician in me, frankly, the human being in me, says, I got to get the information out so you at least can make your decision for yourself based on what you think is reasonable. So that's it. That's my confession. That video has been deleted. Probably somebody can find it. There's nothing offensive about it. It's just way too graphic in describing what happens if you get COVID. And frankly, you can imagine that. So think about it. Look at the evidence. Just don't believe me. Read the data. And obviously, I'm always available to answer questions if I can. And there are tons of other people who can. But take care. Have a wonderful holiday. And I will tell you, fewer and fewer of these videos, fewer and fewer of the audios. I love it because I'd rather be outside playing sports, doing things, than being involved in social media. But it was something we had to do at a very difficult time. Take care. Stay safe.